Joel sells Sparta.
Hey, what's up? It's your friendly neighborhood realtor, Joel Colley, LPT, military veteran team. This one is for the veterans. So I'm listing a property and the buyer is a veteran, using a VA loan, of course, and the appraisal came in short. So the nice thing that is a courtesy that the VA has done is that if an appraisal is going to come in below the purchase price, the appraiser is required to send a notice called the Tidewater notice or the Tidewater Letter to the listing agent, which notifies everyone that the appraisal is coming in low. Now, we're not told if that's $1 low or $100,000 low, but anytime something is coming low that I'm the listing agent on, especially, my alert goes up. Red alert, problem. So I reach out to the appraiser, and sometimes they'll be communicative with you. Sometimes they'll shut the door on your face. This guy was somewhere in the middle. He was responding to my text, and and I asked him, I guess maybe I went a little bit too far. He thought I did, and it's easy when you're texting somebody for them to decide where they want the conversation to stop. So he basically stopped me by saying, this is why I don't like to share information with realtors, because you guys always do this stuff. And I said, yeah, like, hey, I'm not questioning you. I'm not attacking you. I'm simply asking you these questions to try to protect my client here. And he kind of backed down a little bit. And it was funny because he texted me, I'm sorry about that, man. I'm just having a really stressful day. And, it's amazing the power of God sometimes, because I genuinely, when people are having issues like that, I will say a prayer for them. Sometimes people will say, I'll say a prayer for you. But what I do, and this is something I would suggest people maybe do, is say the prayer for them and then tell them that you said a prayer for them. And I did that, and he responded back, wow. And it was funny because after that he said, wow, thank you so much. I'm really sorry about that. It was amazing. Just showing somebody that you care. I don't know this guy. He's having a rough day. I'm just said a little prayer for him because I want his day to be better. I want everybody's day to be better. So why not this guy who's telling me he's having a bad day? So anyway, back to the point, veterans and also other buyers. It doesn't have to just be a veteran, a VA loan. It could also be a conventional loan or an FHA loan, but we just don't get that notice up front. The appraisal gets turned in, the report comes back, and we kind of get blindsided when the value's low. Then we'll have a chance sometimes to go back and refute the value a little bit, but almost 9 times out of 10, the appraiser's already turned it in, they've already gotten paid, see you later. You can submit your rebuttal, but haha, and it probably goes right into their deleted items folder. So in this case, I filled out that rebuttal, the Tidewater form, and basically I found 3 comps that I thought were the most comparable, most recent, that absolutely justified our value. Now, we knew it was going to be tight because the buyer wanted to add $10,000 onto the price, have the seller give it back to them so they could finance it. So the buyer literally was coming out of pocket with no money at all. They were going to get their deposit back at closing, which is pretty typical when I represent a buyer on a VA loan also. So, I'm not just a lister. I absolutely am a professional who's done probably 30 transactions with veterans. People ask me oh, you're on the military veterans team. Are you a veteran? No, I didn't serve. I went to college. My dad was in the Army. He actually told me that I couldn't join the military because he wanted me to be the first person in our family to go to college. And I'm glad that I did, but I am now glad that I get to serve veterans. And I've been doing that for a long time. Not even that I tried to, but when I lived in Maryland, I lived close to Fort Meade, and there was some other Air Force bases around. So I did end up working with a lot of military people. And here in Tampa, close to MacDill, so just tons of veterans, tons of military people here. So it's just always been a part of my repertoire. And so to get to the end of the story here, the good news is and it's actually good news, and my seller told me it was good news, is that the appraisal came in $2,000 short. And he actually told me that he prayed to God and he received a message that the appraisal was going to come in low. A matter of fact, God told him that the appraisal was going to come in $2,000 low, which is kind of mind-boggling, because that's exactly what happened. I'm a believer. You know, if you believe in him, he's going to look out for you. And it's amazing, you know, they say God works in mysterious ways, and this was absolutely one of them. So I'll wrap it up there. This deal is going to closing. The seller was willing to drop the price $2,000. A matter of fact, the seller is a military veteran, and the buyer is a military vet, and I work for the military veterans team, and that just occurred to me right now. So deal's going to closing in about a week. We're wrapping up some finishing touches, and we'll get this buyer into their home without any money out of their pocket. So everything worked out. The key here, and this is not a brag on me, but it is a brag on me, is that you've got to be working with an experienced agent. If you have the option to take somebody like me who's closed 700 plus sales, has been doing this for 21 years, that's who you want to have representing you, whether you're selling a house or whether you're buying a house, whether you're a veteran, whether you're not a veteran, whether you're buying a house with a conventional loan, whether you're a first-time buyer or a 50th time buyer. Joel Colley, here to help you, at your service. Military veteran team, LPT Realty. Hit me up if you're looking to buy or sell. I'd love to help you out. Have a great day. If you're looking to buy or sell real estate anywhere in Florida, call or text me now, 813-649-5704. I Sell Florida.